Good afternoon, day 3. What are we, MS Ignite here, right? Yes. Thank you very much and welcome to our Surface Hub 2S IT Pro Deep Dive, where we will aspire to give you as less sales and marketing information as we can, and really deep dive into how these devices work, how you can deploy them better, how to manage them, and hopefully we can bring you some value and teach you or help you know things that you may not know. My name is Yoav. I'm a consultant with Microsoft Consulting Services. I'm based in Ireland. This is why my accent is funny, and I have...
So I'm Peter Lurie. I'm a Surface Global Black Belt / Incubation Technical Specialist. I have no idea what that means, but that's what they put on my business card. I'm based out of Boston, and we love Surface and Surface Hub, and want to share some knowledge, if that makes sense. So here's what we're going to talk about. What's in Hub 2S. We'll talk a little bit about the cartridge, which for those of you who have seen it or heard about it, great. If not, maybe we'll pass them around. Need them back, but all should be good. The other thing we'll talk about is how to do what's called the BMR, bare metal recovery. So we'll explain why you may want to do that and how to do that and demo that. We'll talk about how to get ready to deploy a hub. Creation of the account, figure out how much time it's going to take you to do that, and how you should do that based on the number of hubs you're deploying, whether it's today or later. Talk a little bit about firmware and SEM and Intune. Oh my. So with that, let's just jump in. I'm going to first talk to you about Surface. First of all, anyone ever seen a Surface Hub 2 before? Anybody not seen a Surface Hub 2 before? Actually, there are a couple of you, believe it or not. So what I want to do is just give you a little bit of a tour of the Surface Hub 2S. Okay? This is a 50-inch display. It is thin. Okay? Diagonal, 50 inches, of course. It is substantially lighter than Surface Hub 1. Okay? This is about 60 pounds versus Hub 1, which is about 100 pounds. Who's had to lift a Hub 2? I'm sorry, who's had to lift a 84-inch Hub 1? Okay? About 400 pounds. 60 pounds? We like 60 pounds. This screen is a, yeah, I can clap for 60 pounds. I can tell you the engineers worked really, really hard to get this down that low. It is a 4K screen. It's actually better than 4K screen. 4K by definition is at a 16:9 resolution. We are 4K wide, but actually taller. Why? Because you want that space at top and bottom when you're writing on the hub, because that's all usable space. So we are, as I said, we are taller than 4K, so better than a 4K screen. We have a pen, of course, here. This pen is not backward compatible with Hub 1. These are actually pens that have a battery in them as opposed to having little charging stands. So they will still magnetically attach on the side of the hub, which is kind of cool. It gives you a number of options where to store the pens. But again, so Hub 1, Hub 2 pens, unfortunately not cross-compatible or backward compatible. We have gone in, put the camera up top, by the way. USB-C camera. It is removable. If you want to put it on the side, you can certainly do that. If you want to put it back, that's great as well. And I'm just not quite tall enough to do it from the front. We have put a magnetic breakaway mount on here. Why? Because if it's on the side and you're rolling the hub through a doorway and you smack the camera into the doorway, you want it to break away safely and not damage the camera. So camera up top. We've got a mic array across the top. We also have a mic array down the side. Why do we have 2 sets of mic arrays? Because when we announced Hub 2S, we also talked about the next generation of hardware called Hub 2X. And Hub 2X will actually allow you to rotate from this landscape mode to portrait mode. So the display has microphones set for both landscape and portrait. We also have speakers, 1, 2, 3 sets of speakers. Why? You get stereo here and a third one. So again, when you rotate, okay, you'll have stereo speakers. There's also essentially a subwoofer in the back, so to get all those low tones out of it. We have a Doppler sensor. And what that's designed to do is detect when there are people moving around in the room. So if there's nobody in the room, let's power it down. Let's save some energy. The other thing that we've done, of course, is we have on the bottom, we've got a power button and the on-screen display. Volume up, down, of course. In the hub also, this hub is a little bit different than the older hub. Actually, we just jump to the next slide for you, because we've changed some of the AV connectivity in here. Okay, so we've gotten rid of the NFC jack, or the NFC ports. We've gotten rid of a number of what we'll call legacy ports. And we've put all the connectivity in one of two places, either in the cartridge or on the side of the device. So there's a USB-C port here, and up top for the camera, and on the side for the camera, and one smack in the middle. And on the bottom, we have additional ports. We have, I'll grab a pen, we can draw it. So on the bottom, we've got, actually, I'll do it this way. Now, on the bottom, we've got, and I don't have a pen here, but that's okay. We have a network jack on the bottom here. And we've got power up the top. And there's actually two power jacks. One is power in to the device, and the other one is power out to the battery. So Hub 2S can run on battery, as well as on, on AC power. Much like a laptop, the battery is totally transparent to the user. In the bottom, next to the network jack and the cartridge, we've got a, let's see, that's a HDMI and a USB-C jack. We've got, those are both inputs. We've got next to that, excuse me, that's a USB-A and USB-C. That down here is the HDMI in. So those are all inputs into the device. And the output is the USB-C on the very end here. That's this guy down here. And that's used for mini DisplayPort out. So if you need to do something like, I don't know, use a hub in a room which is much, much bigger than a small hub can deal with, you can take a mini DisplayPort out, audio and video out, send it to a couple projectors, send it to recording, whatever you need to do. So this device is designed for huddle space, but it also works really well if you bring it on stage and go out and talk with people. So that's sort of the bulk of what's in Hub 2S. So who wants to do demo? Demo? Demo or slideware?
Okay.
Demo?
That's it. Okay,
demo?
so
okay, let's demo.
Yeah, so that's my slide now. So what we're going to demo is BMR, which is bare metal recovery. So we have two hubs here. We're going to keep this one alive, and we're going to gradually and slowly kill this one. And BMR is something we introduced in Hub 2. Anyone here has ever had to re-image a Surface Hub 1?
Okay.
I hear
is
that
a fun
laugh.
process?
I hear that laugh, okay. Now, having to change the drive in Surface Hub 1 was a bit of a mysterious thing, because you had to find the trapdoor at the back of the hub. Now the whole compute unit is still inside. So we were trying to find a way how to improve that experience, because you had to use Surface Hub recovery tool and find the right cable or order a new SSD drive from Microsoft. So the idea is that instead of this taking between 4 hours and 4 days, we can practically narrow it down to 20 minutes. Now, to do that, we need two things that I know not all IT professionals possess. First thing, you need a strong arm, okay? And second thing that I know everyone has in their pocket is a Phillips screwdriver, okay? So what we're going to do now is, now, we don't need to take anything out for the BMR, but I want to show you how we take out the cartridge anyway. So I'm going to turn this one off. And it's off. That was right, dramatic. And we're going to take it out of the electricity. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to find my phone. Can we project to this one? Can you project this one to the... I'm going to use my phone's camera and cast it to this device so you can all see what I'm doing. Let's see, Demo Hub 9. Please connect. Yes. Okay.
Live demo. Woo!
Okay, it's working, right? Nostril camera on. And now, what are we going to do? So this is the back of the cartridge, right? So this is what you're seeing. Now, we have a few spare units here, so I'm going to show all of you. We're going to pass them around. They're not all of them are production units, so they might be different from what we have today. But this is how the back of the compute unit looks like. So let's do this, and where is it? Good. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the power out.
Grab one.
There's a small screw here. There's a trap door. Let's see if you can see it. there is a trapdoor here, okay? Right next to the trapdoor, there's the serial number of your hub. So you move that, and whoops, there's a screwdriver. There's a small screw here. Everyone can see that? There it is. Yep. There's the screw. Okay, so I'm going to leave that here. Now, if you don't know how to use this, it's a whole different story. Okay? I only learned when this came out. So the screw is now out. Okay, I pulled it. It just drops down. It takes pictures of people. Wow. Hang on. Okay? And now this is the part where you need a firm hand. Okay? Just pull it out. That's it. That's the whole cartridge, and that's the compute unit. That's everything. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm dedicating this applause to our great engineers that put a lot of blood into it. So this is the compute unit. This is the memory, the CPU, the connections. This is everything on this device.
Video card.
Right?
Video card.
Video card, everything. So without this, this is not working. So the idea is that we don't want you to take this out to replace the hard drive, which is right under here. There's a small flap. Did we give them the
Yeah, there you go.
units? Awesome. So I'm going to put that back in now. I just took it out to show you, right? And then we can start the BMR process. So easy out, easy in. Let's see if I can still remember how to use this. That's it.
So you can't lock it in. There's no, I mean, if you want to go take a little bit of super glue perhaps, but.
Oh, wait, no. And let's see if it powers up right, just to see that it's working. Okay, so I put the power back, I think. There you go. Okay, so cartridge in, cartridge out, nothing happened, we're all good. It's going to do a little bit spins, and that's it. Now, BMR, bare metal recovery, is a very, very easy process. The way we do it, we'll just need to sign into this device. Okay. 7? 7. Good. So for Surface Hub 1, you had to use the Surface Hub recovery tool to download an image, put it onto a drive, or you had to duplicate the existing drive you have, or a golden image if you had one, or you had to order a new SSD drive from Microsoft. Here what you do, you're going to a nice website, and this is where we aligned with the rest of the Surface family. You go to download a recovery image for Surface. Okay? Wi-Fi, hello. Scroll all the way down, select your Surface product, scroll all the way down to Surface Hub 2S, insert the serial number, okay?
Which you copied, remember?
Yeah, you copied from that unit over there. And then you download the recovery image. You put it on a drive, okay? Everyone familiar with the drive? Awesome. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove the USB-A that belongs to the keyboard. I'm just going to put it in here. For this, you don't need the screwdriver, okay? Very good.
So you have, yeah, how big of a drive and how should it be formatted?
At least 8 gigs. Well, you have all the instructions over there. And it should be, what's that?
FAT32.
FAT32, yeah. We don't do NTFS on these devices. Now, to go into recovery mode, you're holding, and I knew I needed that again. Am I still projecting?
Nope.
I will be in a second, yes. So, where are the buttons? Okay, the best kept secret in the industry. Okay, Surface Hub buttons are here. So you get the power button. Everyone can see that, hopefully? Yes, no? Oh, terrible, right? Woo! This is as good as it gets. Anyway, power button, volume up, volume down, and there's the selection button. The selection button is very important because not only it changes the selection, if you hold it for 4 seconds, you get an all-screen display. The on-screen display is the one that changes the brightness on your Surface Hubs. A lot of people are watching dim Surface Hubs over their lives because they don't know where that button is, okay? So make sure you know how to change the brightness of the Surface Hub. So Same buttons are being used for bare metal recovery. Again, we're following what Surface family is doing for a few years now. We're pressing the volume down button, we're keeping it pressed, and we are pressing the power button once. Now, keep holding the volume down button. It's very important. You know when to leave it, when there's no more blood in your finger, or when you see the dots starting to circle. That's when you know you boot into Uefi. If by this time you're not seeing those points, if you see that the OS starting to load, so it's probably that the image that you put is corrupted, you didn't copy it right, or that you didn't format the disk with the right file system. Remember, it has to be FAT32, and you have to push whatever image you have onto the root of the thumb drive. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So this is the recovery screen. Choose your keyboard layout. Now, touch works on the BMR, so it's already cool, right? Recover from a drive. You don't need the Bedlock R key because you're doing a new one, so skip this drive, just hit that. You can choose either just remove my files or fully clean the drive. I'm going to choose this one, so it's going to be a little shorter. It's going to give us a warning saying, are you sure that's what you want to do? I say yes, and that's it. This should give us about 15 to 20 minutes until it's set up as a brand new device. How awesome is this already, right? Now, thank you. Yes. While this is working, what's there next on my awesome demo?
SEM?
SEM. Yes, let's do SEM. So SEM is Surface Enterprise Management Mode, which is practically the ability for us to change the UEFI settings of Surface. We had a few questions with Surface Hub 1 that were around how can I disable the cameras? I don't want the cameras at all. I don't want the occupancy sensor, so I don't care if it's Doppler or IR, I don't want it to work. Can I disable Bluetooth? Can I disable Wi-Fi or Ethernet? So all of those we can now disable by using SCMM and Surface UEFI Configurator. So to do that, you download Surface UEFI Configurator, which look like this. Say yes. Now, this is the Surface UEFI Configurator. I'm going to need a volunteer from the crowd for this one. It's very, very important. And I need someone that has very good mathematical capabilities. No.
Nobody?
Wow.
Okay, we got a volunteer.
I'm in a very good company. We have one?
You can stay there. It's okay.
Yeah, you can sit there. That's very good. But yeah, we need you, OK? So start. So we are creating a configuration package. This is, if you're familiar with SAM or UEFI Configurator, this is nothing new. Now, certificate protection. So for certificate protection is required for every UEFI package that you're creating. So virus, oh, very good. Okay, this is a good, exactly what I wanted. So certificate protection, I'm going to find a certificate. Can I just have a look on that drive, please, before I'm, okay, I'm a terrible virus and I will break your computer. Wonderful, that's good to go with. So we're going to go for certificate, import a certificate that we've created in advance. You need to know the certificate's
Password. Don't forget the certificate passwords. Put it down somewhere important in a vault. Don't lose the password.
Yes.
It will be bad.
Okay, so certificate protection, you can add password protection if you want. I'm going to skip that today. And we have all the Surface device options here. We're going to go for Surface Hub. And we have Surface Hub 2S. And let's see. For this one, I'm going to turn off wired LAN. I will turn off the cameras, and I will also disable occupancy and Bluetooth. I will give us the Wi-Fi. Okay? I'm going to go next. I'm going to leave all the UEFI settings as they are. And for Surface Hub, we have, this is only for Surface Hub. You can't use an MSI or a WinPE image because Surface Hub just won't read it. So we're creating a recovery disk of some sort or a UEFI configuration disk on a USB thumb drive. So we're going to choose that, hit next. It's going to format the drive, so make sure there's nothing important on that drive. And we're going to just hit build. Okay, this is the drive that I'm using. Build. In progress. How are we doing there? Great. So what this is doing to do, it's going to create a Uefi file and a text file that tells me what are the configuration. Who's the person that we chose as the volunteer?
Yep.
Great mathematical capabilities, right? You need to remember the number 37, okay? Thank you. Okay. So we're going to go there. So this is now, okay, I have that drive now.
So actually, we should probably talk about what the number 37 is.
Yes, so number 37 is the last 2 digits of the certificate's thumbprint, right? Yeah, thumbprint. Certificates use thumbprints. So this is now what I have. I have a UEFI configuration, which is dfci update.dfi, and I have a text file that basically tells me what I've done here. Okay, so now that I have this, I can use this and wait for this to finish. And as you can see, it says preparing. How long has passed? How long have I been talking already? 10 minutes at least.
I don't know. We don't know. Our countdown's not working.
Okay, so getting devices ready.
Best we can.
So look how fast this is. Okay, if you've been doing this on a Surface Hub 1, you know it takes at least an hour. So this is now already 20% of devices. That's drivers, that's everything. So we're getting there at a very, very good position. Now, what else can we do? Let's say that we want to also send this device to a person that is IT related but is not an admin, and we want them to install that device. So they don't know how to go through the screens, they're not sure how to walk through the steps, they don't know what to do. We can create a provisioning package, and in this provisioning package we provide the device account details, whatever other fancy features we want to enable on the hub, and all that person has to do is put that USB stick in and choose the name of the device, and they're good to go. They will probably also have to connect it to the Wi-Fi, if that's what we have as well. So we're just going to wait for that. We can create, so to create a provisioning package, we will use Windows Imaging and Configuration Designer.
Wicked.
Yes. Wicked, which is this thing. And now I'm not going to go take you through the whole process of creating one. I've taken the liberty of creating one in advance. But if you can see here, you have provision Surface Hub devices. So you have a specific tab just for Surface Hub. So you can click that, and it has all the settings that are specific for Surface Hub. So you don't have to wander around other Windows 10 settings if they're not related to you or if they're not relevant. So I have created this package. I have it here. Provision. This is the package. It contains the details of the devices that I want to use. And I've also created a Surface Hub configuration CSV, which is basically a comma delimited file with, open with Notepad. Never open this with Excel. That just tells me the names of the devices, their password, and their display name. Don't worry about the password. Okay, we're going to figure that out later. So you have that. I'm going to copy these two onto the same drive that I'm going to use for BMR. So copy, sorry. I'm a newbie. There you go. Thank you. So
that was much faster than,
yes,
than the Surface Hub recovery tool, which I used to call the Surface Hub image.
I thought I'll have more time. So here you go. So we took a device that was broken, or we pretended it was, right? And we did bare metal recovery on that device. It took, what, 15 minutes? Okay, that's awesome. So now I'm going to take this. Sorry, Peter. And I'm going to push it back in this one. So I don't need this one anymore. I'm going to do this. You don't need the screwdriver for that one too, by the way. And this has, now I'm going to cancel that because I want to go into Uefi first. So remember what we did to do the recovery process? We had volume down. Volume down is the one that's further from the power button. So we held the volume down button and we turned the device on. I'm going to turn off the device again here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please. Okay. Or I can just yank it off the electricity if I want. Right? 10 seconds? Thank you. You're probably an engineer, right? There you go. He's good at math. Dude, do you remember what digits you need to remember? Very good. Because I forgot that for a second. Okay, so 10 seconds. Remember that. That's very important. Thank you to the person that reminded that me. 10 seconds, hold the power button down. And now you need to hold the volume up button and press the power button once for us to get into UEFI mode.
And by the way, if you forget which is volume up and when you need volume down, it's all in the documentation.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to talk about the documentation soon as well. So Surface UEFI, if you're familiar with other Surface devices, again, this is the same language. This is the same design that we're using for Surface. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring on boot configuration. No, we're going to go to management. And in management, we have install from USB. I click that. It says refresh settings, request successful. I can see that this is the file. It gives me the details of the file, so the name of the file that I saw earlier. And it says restart now. Now, something very important here. We get touch across all features of Surface Hub except for when we go into UEFI. Okay? So make sure you have a keyboard or USB keyboard prepared in advance. We have.
Yes. And you can't just count on one that, you need one with a dongle.
Yes.
You can't use one that needs like a Bluetooth driver.
Yeah.
You need one with a physical dongle or a physical wired keyboard.
So a proper USB keyboard. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to do restart now and wait to see what happens. Okay. 37, 38. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Nobody's bad at math.
Yes.
So what this is doing is this is saying, hey, I know that someone built a certificate. Okay. I want to prove, or I want to really validate that the person who built the certificate and the person who has or is at the device is using the right certificate. It's like a sanity check.
Yes. Now let's hope that's going to work. Okay. Yes, I can see that there's stuff going on there. 3, 3.
7, 7, 3, 7.
Please give a round of applause to that gentleman. We couldn't do it without him. Okay. So 3, 7, and okay.
Can't okay that way.
I can't okay that way. You see, I'm so used to touch. I hope that's okay. Yes. And that's it. What happens now, the configuration is already there, or it should be at least. And we're going to wait and see what happens now.
So while we're doing this, I just want to point out that depending on how many hubs you want to deploy, there are different ways you should be doing this. If you're deploying one hub, you can certainly use a provisioning package, but it's a lot of effort. It's one hub, you just go into the menus and do it all by hand. If you start doing 3 hubs, 5 hubs, 10 hubs, provisioning packages make sense. As you start getting geographically dispersed and you've got 100 hubs or hubs at different sites, then you want to start looking for management via Intune. So single, couple hubs by hand, up to maybe a dozen. Provisioning packages, error messages, bad, but we'll give it a go.
We'll live with it.
Okay, and obviously as you do deploy at scale, that's when you start with Intune.
Okay,
hopefully.
So while we're waiting for this to happen, Peter mentioned how do we prepare for the installation. And I think there's something very important that we should remember. When you create the account for Surface Hub, and how many of you, okay, awesome. We'll wait for this for a second. How many of you have created accounts for Surface Hubs?
Have you tried and had problems?
How many of you have actually followed the documentation? Okay. And I'm asking that for a very important reason. The way it lays, okay, that it's very simple to configure or to provision an account for Surface Hub because at the end of the day, it's a room account, right? You can go into the web portal, create a new room account or a new device account, and you're good to go. However, 2 things you should remember. If you've created a non-room account, so if you went ahead and said, I have enough E3s and enough E5s and I can do whatever I want and it's all good, I'm going to create a regular user account, that's not going to work. It will work, but user accounts must have an Exchange license. And that means that if you're assigning it a license that's not an Exchange license, you're losing the Mailbox functionality of this device. And that means that you won't get calendar processing. You won't be able to send your files if you want to send them. So if you're in a position where because we're all monitoring the Surface communities, so the Surface Tech community, which I recommend and encourage each and every one of you to go and ask questions there because we have actual, proper, real live engineers from Microsoft sitting there and answering questions. So we had a question a while ago on one of those communities saying, when I assign it an E5 license, everything works fine. When I assign it the room license that you recommend, I'm losing the mailbox. Yes, of course you will lose the mailbox, because room accounts don't need an Exchange license. And when you're assigning it an Exchange, a room license, it loses the mailbox if it's a user. So make sure that you're using a proper license and you're configuring right. Also, is this the...
hang on, wrong one.
5. Now, this is, so whatever you use to create the account, you must complement and complete the account creation with this, okay? This is, and by the way, okay, if you didn't read the admin guide, this is part of the admin guide. What this is doing, so set calendar processing, great. Automate processing, great. There's nothing new there. But delete comments, false, is critical for the behavior of Surface Hub. You see this if you're familiar with the Surface Hub interface. You know that if you book it as a Teams meeting or Skype for Business meetings, you get the one-touch join experience, right? If you don't run this command, it's a two-touch join experience. Okay, because what happens is that we're running a few functions here in the background that would actually call the Teams function in it. So if you don't do it right, you press join, it will launch the whiteboard, it will launch the Teams or the Skype client, but the meeting won't start. Happened to anyone here? I can see people nodding. It's okay. So make sure that you run this, and if you run this, the meeting will start. Delete subject false is okay, and then remove private property false as well. We want to know if it's a private meeting. You don't want to display, yes, we're going to fire that guy on a 50-inch screen, right? So make sure you're not doing that. Now, back to our Surface Hub.
Actually, before we do that, while you get over there, I just want to point out one other thing. Down the bottom, it says additional response. So from a usability perspective, one of the things I recommend is say, hey, this room is equipped with the Surface Hub. If this is the first time using your Surface Hub, click this, or here's a link to an internal site that has training on how to use Surface Hub. This is a huge, just very simple thing that you can do to improve your end users' usability, because it gives them immediate feedback when they get the meeting invite. Here's where I get training, whatever that training is. So I always suggest customizing the additional response with a URL specific to your organization. Here's how I learn more. Okay, when we talk about best practices, that's one.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Also, no, thank you. Also, if you are not aware of it, Surface Hub uses ActiveSync for the Exchange connection. It's not using EWS, but it's using ActiveSync. Make sure that your, how do we call that? Mobile device mailbox policies are configured right, or not right, configured properly for Surface Hub. The default out of the box is okay with Surface Hub. But if you've changed it, and some organizations would require password or they do all kinds of funky stuff to those policies, if you change that, make sure that Surface Hub can still connect on your environment. Now, after we've done that, we now have this. Now, remember that USB thumb drive that we had the provisioning package on? It's back here, and the moment the hub went back up, it identified, it said setup device. To set up the device, let's do setup. Removable media, that's how I'm going to use to provision this device. Next, yes, this is the package, it says Ignite Hubs, great. And now it would ask me to connect to the Wi-Fi.
Microsoft, capital M.
No, there's the other one. I want it to actually work.
I don't know what the password is for that one.
I know where it is. I hit it. Okay. There's something with cats. Who loves typing on a large screen, right? Verifying and connecting. Good. Now, select the configuration. I have Ignite left or Ignite right. Right. Okay. It gives me the device account and the friendly name of the device, so I know I'm configuring the right device. You hit next.
So the point is, this doesn't require a IT admin with skills on Hub. This can be done by an IT admin who's never seen a Hub before, and with some fairly simple instructions.
Yes, so what you can see is that it says setting up this account here, and there's those spinning wheels of confidence. While that's spinning, I wanted to show you what we're going to push into this device after it's done. So we're going to use the power of Intune to configure some policies onto this device. 1, 2, 3, error, of course. So look what I do now. I click this one, then I click this one back, and it's working like magic. So we have 3 policies that we've pre-configured for this demo. And we have the Surface Hub Custom, Surface Hub Standard, and Surface Hub Windows 10. We have, in Intune, we have, you can create a configuration profile specifically for Windows 10 Team Edition. So these are CSPs and OMA URIs and configuration profiles that are dedicated for Surface Hub. You can use some of the Windows 10 CSPs. Some of them work on the Hub, some of them don't. We have a list of those. And you can also create custom URIs and custom OMA URIs that will fit your needs. Device is almost ready to go. So what we want to do now, I'm going to show you what we've done here and what changes we're going to push onto the Hub after we enroll it with Intune. So the custom one gives us the following. I have one setting configured. Surface Hub 2S ships with Teams and Skype for Business, but Teams is shipped in mode 0. Is everyone familiar with the mode for Skype for Business and Teams on the Hub?
Who's not familiar with it?
Okay, so mode 0 means that Skype for Business is the default app, just like Surface Hub 1, and Teams is in the background. So if you want to join a Teams meeting, you can still join a Teams meeting. We're getting everything ready for you. Teams mode 1 means that Teams is the default app, and Skype for Business runs in the background. So if you invite Surface Hub to a Skype for Business meeting, it will still be able to join it. And mode 2 means that Teams is the one and only app running on Surface Hub. So you cannot join Skype for Business meetings anymore. So what I've done here, I've configured the Teams mode to be 2, meaning once the configuration pushes through, it's going to be Teams only. And I've also configured the app ID, which is always the same key. So it's that one. And that says that this is the app that's installed along with Skype for Business, and that's working. So if that is...
That's what you're talking about.
Yes. Whoop.
Now you want to go here.
That one. Yes. Oh, and I also had password rotation. Remember earlier when I told you it's OK if the person that's installing the device can see the password? Because what we're doing now is when we push password rotation, it means that Surface Hub will initiate a password rotation, so we will reset the password for the device every 7 days. Now, that password is somewhere between 16 and 32 characters always, and it has all the complexity requirements that your IT security department wants, so we're all happy. This is better than having a password being replaced every 30 days. You should not know, no one actually should know what the actual password is for the account of that device. No one needs to use it. No one logs into that device.
And by the way, the security teams generally like the fact that nobody knows what the password is.
They could put us all in a cage.
Exactly.
And standard. Standard is the Windows 10 standard, and that means we are changing the 5 configured. Wow, a lot. So 1 out of 6 configured. What did I change here?
Welcome screen.
Welcome screen background. So when this configuration pushes through, we should be getting a new wallpaper to this device. That should be firing up. Thank you. By the way, what you've seen now is the out-of-box experience or the by design experience of the power conservation mode of Surface Hub. It shuts itself after a minute. Okay, most organizations would find that a little too short and would want to change that. So we are changing the wallpaper. We are changing the number, the screen timeout to 15 minutes and the session time to 30. And we are requiring a pin, yes, for Miracast projection. This is this setting. And then what else do we have? The last one. Sorry?
5 minutes.
I have 5 minutes more. Would Intune push the configuration in 5 minutes? That's
I hope
the question. And I think I'm also changing here the Edge homepage, blah, 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 so it's all good. So let's see how that works. I am going to sign in to this one. Appointments may be added date. That's terrible. Settings. If you think I remember. I did. Okay, and I'm going to enroll this device with Intune, with the device's username and password, because they have an Intune license assigned. So, device management, email address. This is which one? Ignite Right. Ignite Right at hub2.xyz.com. Cool.
No, it's .xyz, not .xyz.com.
Oh, right, it's XYZ. Who did that? Me. Let's do that again. Not a provisioning package. What the? Ignite Right at hub2.xyz. Continue. May or may not ask me for a password.
Please.
Of course, it would ask me for a password. Why not? Connecting to work or school. So this is doing sort of a workplace join. And now we're going to go to devices and look for that device. Might take a while until we see it.
Refresh.
I don't think it's finished there. Since we only have 5 more minutes and I'm waiting for this to push in, any questions? And if you have one, please step out to the mic.
Good.
No
Step
questions.
Up. Yeah, we got questions.
We have a question. Please, sir.
Step up. We'll let it. Okay. No.
No.
You need to use the drive that's in the device. Don't try to put a bigger one on. Don't try to change it out or image it or, hey, wouldn't it be cool to copy this and put it on my Surface Book 4? No, won't work. So the drive that's in there. If you have a problem with the drive, open a ticket, and we'll take care of it.
So there's really no reason to pull out the compute unit unless you're preparing to replace it to Surface Hub 2X sometime in the future.
Okay. Well, let's go and do one more question down here.
Certificate-based Wi-Fi using the Intune profiles.
So I'll let you do that one.
What was that? Sorry.
Certificate-based Wi-Fi. So 802.1x.
802.1x. It is a little tricky, but it is supported on Surface Hub 2, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Jump up. I need you to jump up the mic. Sorry, it's being recorded. We want to make it. So.
Are there any plans to not require a password for everybody to log in? Because I have it in a shared environment where it's a bunch of developers, we're passing it back and forth, and every time I get it back, it could be 10 minutes from now, I have to re-log in and pretty much put my long password in there every single time. It's troublesome.
So the goal is, so you're saying for an admin to use the password or the end user use password?
Any user, right?
So the idea behind the Surface Hub is it's walk up and use, okay? So you can do things like, whiteboard, edit a document, whatever it happens to be. The only time you need to enter a password is if you want to access your own documents, okay? So to do that, it's a public place, so you have to enter username and credentials. We have made it very easy. If you're a M365 customer and you have the Authenticator app, you can touch your name and use the Authenticator app on your phone to authenticate. But there is no plans for the Hub 2S as it exists today to intentionally survive a reboot. Okay, it's a security thing. Okay, so we got 1 more minute.
1 more minute.
Coming?
Yes.
I have a question.
Go ahead, sorry.
Do you have any plans of letting us use OneNote on this device?
OneNote?
OneNote.
OneNote. It doesn't work in Edge, and then you can't install it from the store.
Not I am aware of. And personally, OneNote is one would require a cache of your OneNotes on this device. If you think that getting into a session and downloading 600 megs of your OneNotes every time, well, you're up for a very bumpy experience.
It's an architectural thing for OneNote.
Couldn't it still work through Edge, though? If
It will. It does.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
No.
Okay. Let me check.
So we will.
Test it later.
Okay. Well, I will definitely test that later, and thank you for your feedback.
Ooh, do we have a device?
Yeah, we have. It's already running. So what we should probably or maybe see, I'm going to do just a courtesy restart here just to see what's going on. And let's see, there's no internet connection. Why are you lying? Let's see. Okay, Bluetooth isn't working. All of those are fine because we disabled them, right? So if I'm trying to go here now to devices, I can't see, well, I can see Bluetooth, but it's not really working. Okay, couldn't connect because I disabled that on the Uefi. Let's do just a courtesy restart. I should be connected. Let's just confirm that I am. Wi-Fi, MS demo. Let's do a restart and see if the policies have pushed through. If yes, great.
If no, you applaud anyways.
If not, I'm just going to hide here somewhere under the table.
Let me do this. So while we're doing that, I know we are just about at time, so let me just do a quick plug for a couple other sessions. These are a bunch of the Surface sessions. If you haven't seen the Modern Manageability, the very last one on the bottom is about how to manage devices using Intune, things like that. That is a hands-on lab tomorrow afternoon. That is a cool session. There are a number of other really good sessions on here, most of which I think have all occurred. So be aware of that. And the other thing that I will do while we're waiting for the hub to restart is please, 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 I hope you found this useful. Do your evaluations. It means a lot to us. Comments are great. We love to hear them. Fives are great. We love to see those. But whatever you can do is appreciated. And we'll cross fingers.
Yes, no, it hasn't pushed yet. It could take up to 15 minutes. And we won't take any more of your time. Thank you very, very much. And enjoy the rest of Ignite.
Thank you.